Welcome to something that is always highly questionable. What do you like on the show today, Bo?
Poop Fest and Jive Turkeys.
Yeah, that's a show. Dale, Pappy.
Should Adam Silver be okay with LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Love not even traveling to Memphis for tonight's game?
He's already told us in public interviews that he's not okay with it. And he's also told us not a damn thing he can do about it because these coaches can rest people when they want to rest people. And I do think it's interesting that Cleveland is going that extra step. If you want to get your superstars rest, why would you even put them on the flight so they could just sit there in a suit? It's not fair to Memphis, but maybe they got a better chance of winning, so how much are they going to complain about it?
And when we say not fair to Memphis, we mean the people of Memphis who decided they were going to buy these tickets in order to watch the Cavs. Like, I do understand they're not coming for the home team, they're coming from the road team. The question is, do the Cavaliers have any obligation to help you sell tickets in your arena? I don't know what it is that they're supposed to do, but the reality is it's a few too many games for a regular season that ultimately doesn't matter to who's going to win the championship. So guys aren't going out here to get hurt just in the name of playing what amount to exhibition games.
Who the hell is running that league anyhow? It's not Adam Silver. It seems to me that it's LeBron that is the guy that is running that league.
I mean, he kind of is.
That's right. You know, he's the one that is calling all the shots there, you know. Well, it's nothing I can do. That's what the chicken said. Well, there's nothing I can do. Yeah, you can do something.
Well,
you find them. That's what you do. And you get their in the court. And if they don't come in there, they lose the game.
Tell you this, though. If enough of these owners start sounding like him, Adam Silver will magically find something to do about the problem.
Forfeits. Forfeits is what he wants. Didn't want it the 4 years that Miami was resting LeBron, though.
Suspended 3 of them for the rest of the season.
You go.
That's right. They got to respect you.
All right. Iron-fisted commissioner. Very good.
How much does it matter that Wake Forest game plan was leaked to their opponents?
Okay, this is one of the craziest stories that we've ever come across. It has potential to get a whole lot crazier. Dude's name was Tommy Elrod. He played for Wake Forest in the 90s. After that, he worked on the staff as a coach. Dave Clawson, the current coach, came in, didn't have him on the staff. Now this dude works for the radio operation, and apparently he's been giving out information to the other teams, like game plans and stuff like that. And they found this out after the Louisville game, according to what Wake Forest has told us. This guy is out of here. How much does it matter? I mean, it's probably not that hard to beat Wake Forest anyway, but who's that mad at the former employer who still gave him a job anyway that you out here snitching?
A double agent filled with betrayal passed over for a coaching job, so he sabotages the future coach. Why can't this stuff happen at Alabama? We'd be talking about it in much bigger terms than this because this is totally unprecedented. This is a scandal we've never seen before in sports, and the only reason it's not bigger is because you can't tell the difference between the last 2 years of Wake Forest telling everybody what they're going to run and the 100 years before that when they just failed without telling them.
But here's the other problem with it, too. We don't know what other team said, hey, we'll take the information. We do know that what team was the one that made people think somebody might have taken the information? Louisville. Because what coach do you think would be like, wait, let's hear this guy out?
I know, but he also denies and disavows any knowledge.
Oh, really?
Right.
Really? He does? Really? You're telling me Bobby Petrino has a denial of something?
Yes, he denies it.
Boy, that's rough. Basketball, college basketball is really it's getting rough now.
Football, Pop.
Oh, it's football? Well,
okay, let's move on to the next one.
Are there any benefits to Thursday night games, or is Richard Sherman right that they're a poop fest?
Richard Sherman generally speaks the truth, and he was asked specifically about Thursday night games. Here's what he had to say.
Poop fest. It's terrible. This is we played, freaking got home like 1 o'clock in the morning, something like that on Monday, and then you got to play again. I mean, congratulations, NFL. You did it again. But they've been doing it all season, so I guess we're the last ones to get the middle finger.
You obviously have some issues with the NFL. Make no secret about that. Where does Thursday Night Football rank in terms of your discontent?
I mean, it's pretty high. Top five. Because it's just no regard. You know, it's hypocritical, as I've stated before. They make this huge stance about player safety. Then you put the players in tremendous danger.
Are there any benefits? The benefits are money and greed, and it feels immoral given that we're testing the human body and brain weekly here to have these guys play on 3 days rest when their bodies aren't equipped for it. But I will say this, the players have also agreed to these terms, and they get a cut of that money when it's collectively bargained. So if they want those games to end, they can end them if they care that much about their own safety instead of money.
Here's the thing, though. In order to get those Thursday night games out, somebody on the player side is going to have to make one hell of a trade because owners are not in the business of giving back money. But who wins from this? Other than the people who count money. We don't seem to enjoy watching the games. The players don't enjoy playing in the game. Seattle's only benefit this time is they play a Rams team that looks ripe to get beaten by 100 points. Other than that, there's nobody winning here but the owners on this, and even they lose because they're kind of destroying the players that are the reason we watch in the first place.
Well, I can think of one advantage. Give us something to talk about it on Friday.
Yes, that's true.
It,
we benefit. He's
That's
right
right.
about that. What would we
That's
be?
right.
He's so right about that. We're sitting here remora fish on this greed. We're sitting here. The shark eats, but we get some chum too on Fridays.
More games Thursday night. More games Thursday night. More games Thursday night. More games
we need
Thursday
we need
night.
them Tuesday night so we can have something to talk about today.
Are you with Gene Harbaugh that NFL speculation come from enemies and Jive Turkeys?
Enemies and Jive Turkeys. Yes, this is what Michigan's players are telling us, that Jim Harbaugh told them about these rumors that he might be going to the NFL, which certainly wouldn't have an agent to do with them or anything like that. No, Jim Harbaugh told them it is their enemies who are trying to take them down, and that we call these people Jive Turkeys because we're just going to say what it is. Jim Harbaugh jumped into such a fascinating time machine there. First, he went back to the 90s, and he's hold a bottle of Hennessy. He could talk about enemies and Hennessy like he's Tupac. Then he went back to the 70s to break out the Jive Turkeys. I love the crazy people who swear they have all these enemies. Everybody's trying to take them out, as opposed to people who just don't like them.
Well, it's not just 90s and 70s. He went straight to a different kind of government dictator propaganda when he used the phrase lies from our enemies. Who talks that way other than old-timey dictators? And then the question becomes, who still uses Jive Turkey? When's the last time you heard the phrase Jive Turkey? Somebody, anybody, tell me when's the last time? Because me, it was, I think, Good Times, watching Good Times.
He's beginning to sound like Tricky Nicky. Next thing you know, he's cashing a plan. He'll be going to L.A. taking that job, you know?
Tricky Nicky has never used the phrase Jive Turkey ever at any point in his life.
I don't know. You can do what you got to do with recruiting. I've seen him do the electric slide. I don't know why you think Jive Turkey is such a stretch.
Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
Here's Steph Curry, long two, made it. There's Darren Erman, dapping Steph Curry up.
What is that?
It is also worth noting that that gentleman used to work for the Warriors under Mark Jackson and then got fired because he was recording conversations and then telling the owner about them.
Okay, that is worth noting.
Question.
You give us topics and events, and we question them.
Do you question if this coach is a traitor?
All right, Warriors, Pelicans. This is the game. The coach in question is Darren Erman. He works for the Pelicans because, you know, Alvin Gentry used to work for the Warriors.
Two men came at Durant.
Here's Steph Curry, long two, made it. There's Darren Erman, dapping Steph Curry up.
What is that?
It is also worth noting that that gentleman used to work for the Warriors under Mark Jackson and then got fired because he was recording conversations and then telling the owner about them.
Okay, that is worth noting. Why did I not know that? That guy looks like Steve Alford. I feel like that was reflex, though. There's a hand out and you slap it and you lose sight of your environment here. Steph Curry puts his hand out. Just about anybody's going to go ahead and slap it.
Nah, I just feel like that dude struggles remembering who he's supposed to be loyal to. It appears to be a pattern.
Well, I know why he did what he did.
Why?
He was very happy that Curry got that shot in, buddy. Because when Alvin Gentry gets fired, he's looking at that
that's right.
position, trying to get him pushing Alvin out of the door, he's going like that.
I tell you this, though, if that dude's the head coach of a basketball team and it's Brad Stevens thing, that's one thing. Ain't nobody listening to that cat.
He'll take an interim job. That's fine. He'll take the interim job.
And the streets know he's a snitch. You can't put him in charge.
Do you question whether this foul was called on the right guy?
What foul? What game? Where are we going? Tell me right now. Show me rather than tell me, in fact. Okay, Urbana and Wright
Oh!
State. Ouch! Who was the foul called on? The dunker or the guy dunked on?
I mean, I would assume the guy with his foot in the circle, right?
Oh, let's.
Yikes. Oh, what a horrible attempt at charge taking, by the way. That's the worst way to not be a hero while trying to be a hero and really not being heroic.
All right, can I see that at the beginning, please? Did a guy who was on the blue team run off the bench at the ferocity of that dunk?
Yes,
he did. He did. He ran off of the bench there. He was so disgusted.
It did look like he tried to play it off there at the end, like it was just a reflex. He didn't know what to do. We still don't know who the foul is on, by the way, because it doesn't matter who the foul's on when you get dunked on. You still got dunked on.
I'm sorry, number 12.
You know, it could have been worse for number 12.
It could have been?
Yeah.
Behind the back pass the other way.
Yeah.
Oh, some of these for your face and the back of your neck.
You got to drop that dude on his head, man. I don't care if you go to a Baptist school or not.
Man,
The Lord would understand.
I've got a universal rule. You are not allowed to ride me like a camel. That's where I draw the line.
You say that like it's happened before.
Do you question if this is intimidating?
I mean, I don't. Okay.
All right, we are totally prepared for this question.
I don't think you want those problems. Oh. Hey, that's her, like, literally taking on the whoa, 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 whoa. So, yeah, I would argue that that's fairly intimidating, but what could potentially be more intimidating is when somebody comes home and is like, so who's going to pay for this damn door?
Yeah, that probably has a mother.
That's where the intimidation comes in. I don't care how fast your hands are, how fast you with that bread.
If I showed you just those hands, all of us would have been scared by that. If I showed you just the hands, all of us would have bowed before that.
That door looks very hard. If you want to punch something softer, you come down here and you punch my son, you know? He'll take all the punches you throw at him. Believe me, he's ready. He's ready for the challenge.
Let's see what your hands got here. You've never hit anything quite this undulating.
Got a lot of cushion here.
Yes.
Lot of cushion.
Takes a while before you can get through to the bone.
What just happens on the show, I just smile. That's the only thing role I got.
Triana be like Pappy, or he don't have a swag. Needs to take his jewelry off and throw it in the trash. Please pardon me. Please pardon me. I'm sorry I'm so sparkly. I don't say this normally, but please excuse my ornaments. Excuse me. Please let me floss my jewelry. Pappy and iced out. Ha ha, you must be kidding me.
Jewelry's a tough word for him.
Highly questionable is broadcast from the Clevelander Hotel on beautiful South Beach, Miami. Time for another one of my sexy interview medleys.
They're not exactly sexy, but it's a group of interviews that we've done, cut up, and spliced up for your entertainment.
So how's this go when your anti-authority streak meets up with your anti-authority father, who happens to be the authority?
I think you can probably answer that one pretty easily. Yeah, we definitely had some arguments growing up. Some really good ones.
Well, give me something. Put us in the garage, right? Because you worked for him, correct?
Yeah. I remember this one time I was about 17 years old, and I ordered some bolts for the car, and I ordered them like I ordered 100 instead of ordering like 5 what we needed, because my thought was, well, we're going to do this deal more than once. We're going to build more than one of these, so I'll just order it in quantity, and we'll save money because I ordered it in quantity. I was 17 years old, and my dad did not agree with that decision at all. So he came in and just started yelling at me, and I had the box of bolts while he was yelling at me, and I just dropped them. And he got so mad at me, he grabbed the box, and as I was walking away, threw it at me, and yeah, I'll never forget that one. That was, that's boys in the garage not getting along, but yeah, I was never really good with that.
Bill, we know you're a pillar of integrity. Everybody respects you, and I don't want to take you too far off brand or off message on this, but I want a mischievous Snyder story. I don't want to hear a story about the mentor pulling you in. I want to hear your bad side. I want to hear about that.
Probably would be, something centered around. I do remember. I guess there is some humor to that. I would guess when my father lived in Omaha, Nebraska, after my parents separated, and when I became 16 years of age, my father bought me an automobile, and it was a somewhat new yellow Mercury convertible. I can remember that. It was like a I don't know what it was, a 1949, so it wasn't too very old. And I got enamored with that and started staying out later than I should, etc. My mother called my father and said, "You come and get that automobile right now, or you're going to find it in the Missouri River," which was only about 6 blocks from my house. And so my father got somebody down there in a heartbeat, and I was without an automobile for a long period of time. Eventually, and my mother wouldn't let me buy one unless I worked and earned the money to do so. So I went to work for my grandfather, who owned an automobile dealership or automobile car lot, and washed cars and did that for a long period of time, and eventually earned $51, and bought an automobile for $51, and it was a really old automobile. So, now, I don't know if that answers your question or not.
No, because you were cool as you could be in that convertible, weren't you?
Nice car.
You ain't got a lot of you would have been in that convertible, weren't you? You remember those days in that convertible, don't you? They knew what Bill Steiner came in the parking lot in that convertible,
come on, Mom.
Time to play the game that hasn't washed his hands in days. See? Oh, no.
You tell us what's on television tonight. He said no yesterday. Let's make it 2 in a row. He said no. He held up the no card.
On Fox Sports Southwest, Pistons and Mavs.
Mark Cuban was complaining because ESPN wasn't covering his terrible team enough. So let's cover it this way. Let's show Justin Anderson. He's someone who plays for the Mavs. And here's Mavs basketball. Yeah! Dunking hard on the rim. Okay, I mean, Mavs basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Bomani, are you intrigued?
Yo, that last shot had 2 other people, including the dude who missed the dunk. I don't know who any of them are. Who is Hammonds?
Those are all the people taking that money that Dirk Nowitzki gave back to stay there. Pappy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. This is a match made in heavens. Are you kidding me? Andre the Giant and Mr. October against the German Giraffe and the Latino runaround guy, JJ Barea. Are you kidding me?
Wow, he ran out of nicknames there with the Latino runaround guy.
That's all we've got, the Latino
that was
runaround
unbelievable. What was the nickname you were going to go with there?
I can't say that. I can't say that.
He had nothing. That's his move. When he had nothing.
Not even the Latino guy who shut LeBron down once.
That Latino runaround guy. JJ Barea, go ahead. You can have that. Market it, copyright it, start a website.
It's like gritty in Spanish.
On CBS, The Price is Right.
Oh, look, Pappy's enthused. He's done some foreshadowing. He seems to be intrigued. What do we got here? We got an excited person, exciting situation. Wow, that is some. Whoa! I thought she was going That got even better. I thought she was going to slide down underneath. That is tremendous.
Splits, bro.
That is tremendous right there. Bomani, are you intrigued?
I am intrigued. Yesterday, by the way, Bob Barker's 93rd birthday. Don't ask your grandmama what that picture was. She sent Bob Barker to say happy birthday for his 93rd birthday.
Pappy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Listen, after that performance, you got to give her the prize, buddy. There is no way you can turn that lady down. You know, that's the first contestant that I have seen in that show that has a great deal of creativity. She's a winner. She's a winner.
Did she win anything, by the way, or did she just roll all the way down there?
It'd be great if she got all the prices wrong and then just went home sad.
On E4 in the UK, Carjackers.
I mean, how am I supposed to find this? E4 in the UK. Okay, what do we got?
What if your mate swiped your motor?
I cannot can't believe this.
Then took it for a flippin' awesome makeover.
I'm going to turn our car into a dog.
A camera. Why?
And then filmed your reaction.
Do you love it?
Not really, babe, no.
It's naughty.
Would you be all like, OMG? Or would you be all, what the? Is that a shoe? I thought we were friends, bro.
What's that on the roof?
How far would they take your car?
Just come out of this.
I mean, we've run out of ideas. Bomani, are you intrigued?
It's a great way to end a friendship right there. Like, I mean, no matter how good your intentions are, that's still my car. What somebody would take my car and bring it back and it look like a shoe.
Bring it back as a shoe. That wouldn't go very well here. Pappy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Are you kidding me? I have never seen anything like that in my life. Yeah. They take your car away and then they bring it back and it looks like something else, something different, something that you have never seen before, It could be a camel, could be a frog, could be a dog, could be a cat, could be whatever, could be, I don't know,
What else could it be? Let's do this. Since you just chose animals, what else could it be? Let's make a list.
It could be a basketball, could be a football, could be a bat,
Okay, now we're staying with sports. He gets kind of one-dimensional here. You want to mix it up a little bit? You want a food category?
Well, food category, that's right. Could be some black beans and rice, could be some pastelitos, croquetas.
No,
This is when you turn your father into a jukebox to entertain American. It makes me really uncomfortable.
Terrible jukebox.
That's the worst part, right? Like, let the man be the jukebox he is.
I hate that jukebox, though.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
The Right Time with Bomani Jones, 4 to 7 Eastern on ESPN Radio. Check it out.
Gracias. See you mañana.
I heard that it's going to be cold across the country, very cold.
Nice outside, yeah. It's 80 degrees here.